Good evening, everybody. I'm Fictional Crystals, and this is my review on Future Boy Zoltron. First of all, I'm so sorry this review is very late. I've been quite busy all week. But on the bright side, I reached 50 subscribers. Thank you all so much. Now onto the review. I don't have much to say about this episode. It didn't live up to my expectations, since I thought that this episode was going to be the one with Sapphire in it. But that turned out to be Mindful Education, which is one of my favourite episodes of all time. That's not to say this wasn't a good episode though, because it was a good episode. It was just a bit lacking in adding to the plot. But they always have Beach City Life episodes before something major happens. The episode starts off with Steven checking out a new attraction at FunLand. It's a very old fortune-telling machine called Zoltron. He asks it a question and it replies with 16, 47, and W. I don't think this was just meant to be a joke, guys. These are coordinates to somewhere on Buddy's map. To where I'm hoping it would be the Palanquin, but we really don't know where it is yet. Anyway, instead of finding out if he would get that kazoo he wanted, he found out Mr. Smiley used to be a comedian. Which is a nod to his voice actor. Steven asks Zoltron why Mr. Smiley quit comedy, and he ends up breaking the machine. I blame super strength. Or it's those cows. Steven then has to replace Zoltron so he won't get banned at another place in FunLand, but couldn't he have just used his healing spit? Never mind. At least Steven is happy to be Zoltron, and he gives some pretty good advice with a really good robot voice, which is a reference to the aunts. No, it's not. The message. Lars and Sadie pass by, and their relationship has really gotten better since the new Lars. Lars is actually being nice to Sadie. Every character on the show gets amazing character development. Even Onion passed by and learned that when he robs places, he needs to wear a ski mask. After that, everyone starts asking Zoltron for advice because Steven is really good with handling the situation, until Mr. Frowny comes along. Steven didn't know what to say to him. He never met Mr. Frowny before, so he didn't know what his problem was. Here's where the episode was helpful to the plot. Steven learnt how to handle people with depression. He learnt they needed to reach the roots of their problems so that they could sort it out and make it better. This and what he learnt in Mindful Education will be very important for a future episode, possibly trying to sort out Jasper's issues. At first, Steven didn't know how to handle the problem, so he wished he could actually see the future. Then Garnet comes along. She passes her future vision to Steven. Unfortunately, Steven only sees sad things in Mr. Frowny's future. So Mr. Frowny leaves. Turns out though, Mr. Frowny and Mr. Smiley knew each other. They used to have a comedy act together. But they had a falling out. In an attempt to save the friendship, Mr. Smiley goes to confront Mr. Frowny. But I see it as more than just a friendship. They were really leaving hints to it being a romantic relationship. They even paralleled Ruby and Sapphire. Their dialogue was really hinting at it too. Whether you ship it or not is up to you, but they did manage to patch up their friendship in the end. In my opinion, this episode was great for character development. Though the art style was a bit off for me. It had a few Easter eggs, such as Attack the Light being in the background of the arcade. And my favourite bit was Garnet being the best mother ever. Tell me what you thought of the episode in the comments. And thanks again for 50 subscribers.